I know a lot of my listeners and a lot of young people want to know, and this is something that I've struggled with a little bit, but I'm getting a little bit better. You've dated arguably one of the biggest porn stars, probably the biggest porn star in the world retired porn star at the present. How the fuck were you so like secure in yourself? Like, I feel like a lot of guys in this city and a lot of people around are very like insecure and worried about even their girls having OnlyFans or their girls posting photos in bikinis. How are you so comfortable with, you know, like her past and stuff like that? Obviously, you know, I'm definitely not shaming.
No. I don't, if somebody will
Sure.
make that inference, but they're morons. Like, you can't even ask questions anymore. The biggest thing was that she was retired. I've had this conversation. It was even above my comfort levels to even consider dating a girl that was currently working.
For sure.
And once again, there are guys out there that do that, and that's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. It was just something that I would not be comfortable with, knowing that my girl was coming home from work after doing she doesn't even really like when I get into the details of it. So doing a sex scene, whatever.
Yeah.
And then coming home and doing, to me as a man, it was just a little bit too much.
Yeah.
It was the fact that she was retired.
Yeah.
Probably her past was probably lessened by the fact that I was at one point a crackhead, actual crackhead, heroin addict, psychopath, who would stick his dick in any walking thing, living thing. You know what I mean? It was a horrible. I was in a bad spot for a decade of my life.
Wow.
So when I got introduced to this absolute fucking sweetheart, great girl, loyal chick. The only girl I've talked to in this city or in the past that I never had to worry about talking to other dudes was loyal to no fucking end. To no end. She got locked in and said, that's my man's. And I don't give a fuck about any other dude on the planet.
And you just had so much trust that you guys were fucking.
There wasn't 1 second of that relationship that I ever worried about anything.
And
not one fucking
And now
time.
she's in a relationship with a woman. Because it's funny.
Can you show that? Do you show videos or we just talk to them?
We can.
Yeah, we'll just talk to it.
So...
Because I was texting you and I was trying to find shit to roast you on, and then but it's not a thing to roast someone on, but it's very, very funny that I saw Kevin Wong's video and he just doesn't know how to approach the situation.
Well, especially a situation like that, right?
Lana's just like making out
with Alexa Adams, her co-host from 3 Girls 1 Kitchen, great podcast. Y'all should go watch it or listen to it or whatever. They were making out and she had. I'm going to just be frank, like, we never stopped talking. And by the way, we never stopped fucking. Like, I'm just going to say it right here, like, we have separated ourselves from the idea of being in a romantic relationship. We're very good friends. I still care about her greatly. She, I think, has had, talked to a couple other guys since we broke up and actually texted me and been like, yo, do you have any advice for how to, like, talk to this guy? Absolutely. Let me help you. It's very weird.
Cool?
I know it's weird. It's very weird.
mature.
Maybe, if that's what you want to call it. It's a little strange. And then, God forbid, she would find out that I had talked to another girl, and then that conversation didn't go as swimmingly. You know what I'm saying? It was a much different conversation. But the way I am, I'm just like, yeah, cool, let me help you. You've been great to me. We had a great thing for a while. Like, how can I help you? So she hit me up the other day, and she just was like, yo, I think I'm gay. And I was like, that's incredible. Like, do you have
she looked at the girls before?
Of course. I mean, in scenes, and he had a little brain fart right there. But like in scenes, but also like, she would get freaky from time to time at parties and fuck around with chicks. And I was just like, oh, that's fantastic. Like, I hope that works out for you.
Yeah.
And then she hits me up again later in the night, and I don't know if you saw any of the videos, but she was like out with Tana, like making out with Tana. She was making out with everybody.
She making out with Tana?
Making out with everybody.
I saw that video.
Yeah, just like getting fucked up. And she hit me up, and I guess like she got a little bit too fucked up. So that's when my instinct kicks in. And I'm like, all right, let me get you the fuck out of there. So I got her an Uber and got her out of the fucking party because she was like, yo, I'm too fucked up. Like, I don't even know what's going on. And the idea of her being in that situation horrifies me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, let me get you out of there. Ubered her, took care of her, whatever, right? But like, she's like, yo, Kevin Wong came up to me and I was like blacked out at fucking Sour Rage. So I said a bunch of crazy shit. And we watched the video the next day back and I was like, damn, this is fucking awful. She's like, I'm in a relationship with a girl that I'm a lesbian. And they're like making out. And she's like, and Kevin Wong's like,
he's like stuttering.
Was about to do an accent, but I feel like that's just gonna get me crushed. So he was like, because bro,
how do you approach that?
We're watching one of the hottest girls on the planet make out with another hot chick, and like it's like a whole thing for him. And she was just like, I'm a lesbian now, and he's like, how long you been a lesbian? She's like, I was in a fake YouTube relationship. She said that on the video.
Oh, no.
So I hit her up on my Twitch stream last night. I was like, on the Twitch stream, I didn't tell her that I was streaming, and I called her and I was like, oh, fake YouTube relationship, huh? And she was like, I'm so sorry, like. I was fucked up. Like it's just another example of like people walking that line between content and real life. And we walk it better than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Over on our side. Like Logan, me, fucking Lana, like all that shit is just tiptoeing that blurry line between what is real and what is entertainment. You know what I'm saying? And she's obviously always been good at selling entertainment, if you want to call it that. And so I don't know. I don't know what she was kidding.